Good morning, ladies and germs. When I went to sleep last night, the moon was bright enough I could see that there was nothing cloud cover wise. I wake up in a winter wonderland. So, light snow, it's all on the ground already. If I'm looking at that Swift truck next to me, it looks like there's maybe like an inch or so. This will be just in the rest area though on the road. The roads will be clear. It's gonna be fun getting out of here considering that I'm empty. But once I get out onto the clear roads, I don't anticipate any problems. So, video's gonna be a little different this trip, at least for now. I was gonna edit yesterday and put the first video of this trip online, but because I'm gonna have so much downtime at Walmart waiting for a load, there's a snowplow helping the rest area out. Awesome. So now I'm only gonna have a rough few feet. What was I saying? I guess I'm gonna have, based on my experience last time with this Walmart dedicated, I'm gonna have so much downtime. I'm just gonna put them together then while I'm waiting around, picking my nose, you know, with the other drivers. I'll probably excuse myself and edit up some videos. So that's what's going on with me for the morning. I'm gonna go outside. I really gotta use the restroom and get going with my day. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Greetings, I'm back. I've honestly have not taken any breaks or anything since we last spoke. Let's see, how long did I drive for? I drove for, so on duty 20 minutes, that's my pre-trip. Although I need to cut some of that off because it wasn't all pre-trip. So yeah, 150 plus 240, so that's like 4 hours roughly, or something like that. I don't know, I'm not good at math. Yeah, a little over 4 hours. Okay, I got 3 hours left to take a break. Yeah, so I've just been driving. I haven't taken any breaks or anything. Pulled over here because I need a breath of fresh air, and I really need to clean my windows. It was in the snow. Any of you guys who have driven in the snow before know your windows just get filthy, so just needed to clean them off a little bit. So just here at Love's in Boardman, Oregon. I'm 40 minutes from the Walmart DC. I'm supposed to drop this empty trailer before I even go to Walmart to check in, and I haven't heard where I'm supposed to take it. So I'm gonna wait for the truck in front of me to pull up, and I'm gonna go park, and I'm gonna go grab a shower real quick, just 'cause I don't know when I'm gonna shower, and I didn't shower yesterday. And then that way when I go to Walmart, you know, I'm good to go at Walmart for a while. And hopefully by the time I'm done with a shower, they'll tell me, or they'll know where I need to drop this empty at. It's just weird to me that I can't drop it at that Walmart DC, because I've talked to other drivers who've delivered freight there before and have been told to pick up an empty, and the empty doesn't exist. So if I just drop my empty there, another driver will take it, you know, quickly. It won't even be there a day probably, but whatever. So just hanging out. I did not wash this window. It's a little dirty. I probably just should have while I was out there, but these windows are a million times cleaner. All my other windows, you can actually see that my passenger side, the small window, I don't care about that. It's dirty versus clean. The one that's now clean was dirtier than that the small guy. I don't really care about the small guy. It's just a looks thing. I don't really care about how I look. I want to be able to see. So, and also I'll probably end up wiping these windows down with paper towels and Windex anyway at Walmart, because there's a whole lot of waiting there. At least there was, unless they've changed things up from a year ago. So we'll see. On the information that my company gave me, I have to be there at 5:15. I could probably get there earlier though without issue. And it's now 2:30 local time, and I'm only 40 minutes away, so I have like 2 hours to hang out here almost. Let's see, 2:30, 4:30, right after 5. Yeah, I could literally be here for like 2 hours. So I'm not in a big rush. But I don't want to be late either, so I'd rather check in on time. My memory though is that 5 o'clock was the deadline, that if you didn't have a load by 5, you weren't going to get a load that day, and then they wanted you there at like 7 o'clock the next morning. if I remember correctly. I might be completely off on that, but So there was a drop dead time. If you didn't have a load, you could go. And I do not remember what that time was. I want to say 5, but whatever. So, yep, that's how my day's gone so far. Just a lot of driving. I had a lot of oh snap moments driving empty on the ice. My truck, I felt like got sideways, but I get a little beepy thing saying I've lost my lost traction. And like the entire time out of the rest area, it was telling me that my wheels were sliding. I was losing traction. So I know it works, but I think it is my trailer losing traction and kind of wanting to pull sideways is what I was feeling. My truck never really lost traction, but there were a couple of oh boy moments because I was empty. Yeah, that sucked. But thankfully, from my first oh boy moment to my last oh boy moment was maybe about 2 minutes apart. There were 3 or 4 of them, and after that it was done. So there's a little bit of ice within 10 miles or so, but I only had oh boy moments on a certain section of it. And but yeah, I'm good. I can definitely say I will not be dying of a heart attack anytime soon. So yeah, kind of hoping this guy will move so I can go get some steps in. For those of you guys that watch, I don't know if Troy's mentioned it or not. I know Jade and John have, but we're in a Fitbit competition this week. Troy, Jade and John, myself, and my dad. And I'm in last place. I would show you guys the exact steps, but it shows Jade and John shows their name on there, and they do not want that information divulged, and I'm not gonna do that. So actually, I could read you the exact step count, though. I'll have to show you my phone to do that. Okay, get out of here, stupid dating website. That's just a waste of time. My cousin got me hooked on a dating website that's worked for him, so I'm giving it a go. And I was kind of tinkering with that before I decided I needed to talk to you guys. Let's see, Fitbit. Okay, Troy is currently leading at this moment in time, and this is weekly so far, and today's Wednesday, and it started on Monday. 44,702 steps. John is in second, 40,493. Jade is in third at 32,372. My dad is in fourth at 32,134. He'll be gaining on that number pretty soon, I would think. This is his lunch time at work, and he works out during his lunch break. And then bringing up the rear, someone's got to be last. That's me. 24,132 steps. Yep. It's the price I pay for being a truck driver. There's just not much time for walking in this industry. So, yeah, Troy hasn't quite doubled me. At one time, for a bit, the first day, I was ahead of Troy. But we'll see what happens. When I'm waiting for loads, I'm going to tell them just straight up to call me, and I'll be walking around the Walmart DC, probably just with my safety vest on, and walk. And see what ground I can make up. If I can get into the Jade and John range, somewhere between Jade and John, 8,000 steps separate Jade and John. Jade at 32,300, John at 40,493. If I can get somewhere up in that ballpark, I'll be okay with myself. But I hate losing. I'm too competitive, and I really don't think I can beat Troy, just realistically, because driving just takes it out of you, and I'm not immune to that by any stretch. Snap, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, and just Troy's drive and desire, for those guys who watch him on Halloween Hellmouth. His drive and desire to get steps in, plus my just fatigued level of driving, just being too tired to do it, wanting to get sleep more than steps. Yeah, I don't see being competitive with Troy at all. But that's just me, and that's just me being honest. Something that is interesting, I'm kind of hoping I could run into Troy with this Walmart thing I'm doing, because the DC I'm going to delivers the freight to the Walmart in his area. So I'm going to ask if I can deliver to that one, and see if it'd be cool to see Troy again, just for a quick hello. So anyway, yep, that's it. Still waiting. Darn Kelly Transport Services. I may just back out. I hate backing out. Greetings, guys, from just outside the Walmart store in Hermiston, Oregon, just up the road from the DC. Got checked in at the DC. The guy asked me if I'd been here before, or if I had done it before. Told him yes. Asked if, and he's like, so you don't need to do the orientation? I told him like, yeah, give me a refresher just to be safe. He gave me the slam bam, thank you ma'am orientation. So it's one of those things, like I think I got it. I just need to find out. I think I'm okay, but time will tell. So I went ahead and just came down here because I had time to the Walmart store. Just up the road, like 3 miles away, to do a little bit of shopping. Had to do a lot of shopping actually. For the first time in a long time, I had a shopping spree over $100. This is like 120. But to be fair, I got myself a new pair of tennis shoes. I think I told you guys I was gonna do that. I also got myself a new pair of boots, and those are expensive. Got myself a pair of boots last winter. That is basically required with my company. Like whenever at Interstate, if you were at the Tacoma yard where they were based out of during the winter months, you basically had to have your boots on or they would yell at you. And yeah, the safety guy there and we didn't get along. Yeah, I called him a liar to his face in front of the class, and he went to prove me wrong, found I was right, and from there on, his oversized ego and we didn't really get along. But no, if you're gonna say stupid stuff, and I know for sure you're wrong, I'm gonna let you know that what you said was stupid. I'll give the example. Hindsight 2020, I think all they were trying to do was save money to be before the buyout to Heartland, but they're trying to get us all to slow down going through California to 55 miles an hour. And we get a weekly phone call reminder that the speed limit was 55. I still do. I will go at least 63 through California on the 5 and the 99. And if there's a couple trucks who want to go quicker than that, I will do my best to keep pace with them. And I've never had an issue. I've been passed by CHP going quicker than 63. Yeah, sorry, quicker than 63. It was just, the whole thing was just weird. So the story that the safety guy in Tacoma gave was that him and a bunch of drivers all had the same load going from San Diego up to Tacoma. He would drive 55, the other drivers would go 63 or so. They would get to the truck stop and realize that they had a bunch of time, so they would go party and stay, hang out late, and then they'd go to sleep. Well, he would just park his truck, take his 10-hour break, and do his pre-trip and get back to work, and he somehow got to Washington before them. So I asked him, what do you tell the driver that goes 63 and still takes a 10-hour and 10-hour, 15-minute or so long break? And he straight up said, that's impossible. It made no sense to me because that's what I'd been doing. And I told him, I'm like, well, it's actually not. He's like, no, it's impossible to drive faster than 55 on the 5 and then only take a 10-hour break. It's like, say what? It was the most confusing thing moment I've had dealing with someone in authority. I straight up told him, you're wrong. He didn't like that because he was in front of a few other people, including one guy who'd been with the company for like 15 years that was confused as to what was going on. I told him, like, right now, let's go. You pull up my log history, you'll see me taking 10.5 hour long breaks, and I'll tell you right now, I go 63 up and down the 5 all day long. And he did. And he saw that that's what I was doing. And yeah, he wasn't really happy with me. It was pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, how did I tie that story in? I forget how I started that story. Give me a second. Let me go watch the beginning of this clip. Okay, that's right. Yeah, safety guy and I not getting along because of boots. Man, I think it's because I might be a little bit tired. I don't know. But hey, yeah, even during last winter, if it was just raining, I wore tennis shoes. And they're like, hey, and he'd even say, wear your boots. So I was like, in the truck, why aren't you wearing them? I'm like, because it's just wet outside. A little bit of rain never really scared me. Like sometimes I'd wear boots because, I mean, I'm going to be an adult with you guys for a second, but I've had more than one round of athlete's foot in my life. And the best way to not have it is to keep your feet dry and clean. But yeah, I would do what I wanted, what I felt was appropriate for that day. But anyway, I can't find my boots. That's the weird thing. When I was at home, couldn't find them. They're not in my truck. I hate to say it, I'm thinking maybe I left them in my truck when I was at Interstate. I really don't think I did. I had a buddy. He helped me move out of that truck. And even when I was done, I just sat back and told him, go through every inch of the truck, make sure I didn't forget anything. He found a few things that I'd left in there on purpose. There were company things, you know, like anti-gel, oil, things of that nature that I left in that truck on purpose. But don't know where they are, so decided I kind of want a new pair because it's getting to be that time of year where I might feel like I want to wear them. And I probably will, because I mean, I want to keep my feet as dry as possible. So I mean, you guys saw the clip this morning at the snow. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, the snow, I got a nice little reminder today of why I do not like driving empty in the snow. I had more, maybe 4 or 5, oh snap, you know, driving down the road sideways moments. And I wasn't even going fast. I was going maybe 55, you know, 50, 55 or so. I'm gonna turn around so I don't have to deal with cars, and I can just talk to you guys in peace. I was just gonna make a few laps around this Walmart, try to get steps in. I'm falling really far behind with this step competition. And what was I saying? Yeah, a couple moments ago. Oh boy! Yeah, driving down the road sideways. Yeah, my mom called me and we talked a little bit. And I told her, you don't have to worry about me having a heart attack anytime soon. My heart's good after this morning. And really, it's only because I was empty. That's all there is to it. I've driven, you know, even quicker than that in worse conditions with a heavy load and never had a problem. So, trying to think what else can I share with you guys. Yeah, I checked into Walmart. That was cool. I got a nice reminder of what a big family those Walmart people are to each other. First name basis, asking about, you know, their kids, their spouses, and they make way more money than I do. Those guys that drive Walmart trucks, they make, on the low end, they make twice as much as what I do per year, and they're home every week. They're like the gods on the road in terms of money. And I found out too, for whatever reason, I thought you had to live within like a couple hour radius of a DC. Apparently the majority of those guys, at least in there tonight, I only spoke to like 4 of them. The closest person, he has to commute 5 hours in his truck. They let him take his truck home. 5 hours from his house to the DC that he drives out of. He drives for the week. Sometimes if he feels like it, he'll drive for more than a week. And then he goes home, you know, for a few days. And he makes twice as much money as I do. So I don't know, I need to see if there's a Walmart DC that's hiring near Nashville, Tennessee that I can drive to with my big truck, or with their big truck if I get it. I wouldn't mind driving for Walmart. The driver does nothing. Like, I'm at a store, I can walk you through it. The next guy is gonna bring in a trailer. He'll put it on one of these doors. He'll put the paperwork. The doors are all rolls, or roller doors. They just roll straight up, straight down. He'll stick it in the handle, back it up to the door. Unhook, take this trailer, which is empty or will be empty when he comes here, he or she, and takes the trailer. Doesn't have to interact with people, doesn't have to clean the trailer, doesn't have to sweep out the trailer. Just truly just drop and hook. And they make good money to do it. Oh hey, a cat's crossing the road, but it's not black, so it's okay. For those of you that are superstitious, it's gray and white. Anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. I think, like in the long run, in terms of providing for a family and whatnot, they make good money. The guys that stay out for longer periods of time, I told my mom this, they make more money than her, and she makes good money. I mean, it's not a secret. You don't live in Southern California and live in a 2-story house and have it paid off, which is how my parents are. That's the overall situation. You don't do that by being dumb when it comes to money, or by making just a little bit of money. And my mom makes a little bit more money than my dad, just because of the lines of work that they're in. But at Walmart, if I were to stay out how I stay out now for such long periods of time, I would end up making more money than my mom. And I still want out of California. That money would go a lot further, not in California, and I don't have all the stupid laws that come with being in California, like the grocery bag one that I told you guys about yesterday. So speaking of yesterday, I haven't even edited any videos on this trip, so yeah, tonight I'm gonna put together at least one, get one up tomorrow. Today at Walmart, I thought I'd have waiting time. I did not wait, and they told me to be back at 7. They'd have me out, they told me in the gate at 7, and I'd be out of there by 8 o'clock with a load. I feel like that's what I was told last time, and I ended up waiting around like all day. But whatever, we'll see what happens. Maybe I feel wrong or remember incorrectly or something to that nature. But yeah, I don't really know. So we'll see what happens. Anything else going on? Anything else happen? Can't think of anything, guys. I know this video is gonna be really short. I don't know what videos next couple days are gonna be like. This is just gonna be what I just described to you. Dropping and hooking at Walmart. I probably should look into a tripod for this camera, then I can show you guys the drop and hook process. Because I mean, it's really not, it's just what I described. Maybe I can do it tomorrow one-handed. But whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video before I just ramble on. I'm gonna walk back, or I'll probably walk around the store a time or two, then brush my teeth and get to bed, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I have no idea where I'm going. I could get a store just up the road. I could come to this, right back to this store. I have no idea. But I also could go to somewhere nice like Idaho or Vermont, somewhere kind of far. They have a couple stores in eastern Idaho, and I said Vermont, I meant Montana. I'm sorry, they do all of Oregon, all of Washington, very eastern Idaho, and Montana. So I could be going anywhere in that area, just about no matter what, because I have a full day tomorrow. I will probably be back here or in the Hermiston area tomorrow. However, there's a chance that like they can send me out to deliver or to a store, and then they could send me to the Walmart distribution center in Grandview, Washington, which is just a different type of product comes out of there. Their grocery products come out of that DC. They could send me there, and I get another load out of there. And that's actually what happened last time when I was at Interstate. So whatever, we'll see. It all pays the same. We'll see what happens. But I'm yeah, gonna end this right here, guys. I will talk to you later. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.